Welcome back to Speak Easy English with David. I am David, your English teacher, your guide, and your partner on this journey. I am so truly happy to sit down with you again today. Thank you for clicking on this video, and thank you for taking time to practice your English with me. Today, we are going to talk about a very warm, beautiful, and kind topic. We are going to talk about helping others. Helping others is one of the most beautiful things a human being can do. It does not require a lot of money. It does not require a lot of time. Helping others simply requires a kind heart and a willing hand. Sometimes, a very small action can change a person's entire day. A warm smile to a stranger, holding a heavy door open for someone, or helping a neighbor carry their grocery bags. These small acts of kindness create a beautiful chain reaction in our world. When we learn English, we are also learning how to help others. We learn English so we can connect with people, listen to their stories, and offer our support. When you help someone, you also help yourself. You feel a deep sense of joy, your heart feels light, and you make the world a friendlier place. In our lesson today, we are going to listen to a wonderful story about a kind young man named Oliver. Oliver lives in a quiet, green neighborhood. He is a college student, and he is often busy with his books. But one weekend, he decides to stop rushing. He looks around his neighborhood and notices that many people need a helping hand. We will hear about how he spends his Saturday helping 3 different people, and how a simple day of kindness changes his own life completely. As always, I am going to speak very slowly and very clearly. I will use very simple grammar and easy words so your mind can completely relax. You do not need to feel stressed, and you do not need to feel worried. Just sit back, listen with a calm heart, and let the English words wash over you peacefully. After the story, we will do our special repeat after me speaking practice. So, please, take a very deep breath in, let the air out slowly, and let's begin. It is a beautiful, sunny Saturday morning. The sky is a clear, bright blue, and the birds are singing in the green trees. The clock says 9 o'clock. Oliver is standing on his front porch, drinking a glass of cold water. Oliver is 22 years old. He has an energetic smile, kind blue eyes, and he is wearing comfortable denim jeans and a simple yellow t-shirt. Usually on Saturdays, Oliver stays in his bedroom. He studies for his difficult university exams, plays video games on his computer, or sleeps until noon. He is always focused on his own busy life. But this Saturday is different. Oliver decided to make a choice. Yesterday, he read a beautiful sentence in a book. The book said, "The best way to find happiness is to help someone else." Oliver wanted to test this idea. He decided to dedicate his entire Saturday to helping others in his community. He has no plans for himself today. He only wants to be useful. Oliver walks down his front steps and begins to stroll down the quiet sidewalk of Elm Street. The air smells like fresh green grass and summer flowers. After walking for 5 minutes, Oliver sees his first neighbor. It is Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas is an 80-year-old man who lives alone in a small white house with a beautiful front yard. Mr. Thomas is a very sweet man, but he walks very slowly because his back hurts. Right now, Mr. Thomas is standing near his garden hose. He is trying to wash his old green car. He is holding a heavy sponge, and he is bending down with great difficulty to wipe the dirt from the wheels. His face looks tired, and he is wiping sweat from his forehead. Oliver stops walking. He feels a gentle tug of sympathy in his heart. He tells himself, "Here is my first chance to help." Oliver walks into the yard and smiles warmly.
Good morning, Mr. Thomas. It is a beautiful day, isn't it?
Mr. Thomas stops and looks up. He smiles weakly.
Oh, hello, Oliver. Yes, it is a very warm day. I am trying to clean my car, but my old back is giving me a lot of pain today. It is slow work.
Oliver steps forward and gently takes the sponge from Mr. Thomas's hand.
Please, Mr. Thomas, Sit down on that comfortable chair under the shade of the big tree. Let me wash the car for you today. I have plenty of free time, and I have a lot of energy.
Mr. Thomas looks surprised. His eyes open wide with gratitude.
Oh, Oliver, are you sure? You are a busy young student. I do not want to take your time.
Oliver says with a cheerful laugh.
I am absolutely sure. It is my pleasure.
Mr. Thomas sighs with deep relief and sits down on a wooden chair under the cool shade. Oliver connects the hose, turns on the water, and begins to work. He scrubs the dirt off the glass windows, cleans the dusty wheels, and rinses the soap away until the old green car shines beautifully under the bright morning sun. It takes Oliver 45 minutes. He is a bit wet and sweaty, but he feels excellent. Mr. Thomas walks over, looking at his sparkling car. He hands Oliver a cold glass of sweet orange juice.
Oliver, you did a magnificent job. My car looks brand new. Thank you for your kind heart.
Oliver drinks the cold juice. It tastes wonderful.
You are very welcome, Mr. Thomas. Have a beautiful day.
As Oliver walks away, he notices a warm, glowing feeling in his chest. Helping Mr. Thomas made him feel truly happy. Oliver continues his walk toward the neighborhood park. By 11 o'clock, the sun is high in the sky. The park is a lovely place with green fields, a playground for children, and a small duck pond in the center. As Oliver walks past the playground, he hears a soft, sad sound. Oliver stops and looks around. Sitting on a wooden bench near the swings is a little girl. She is about 6 years old. She is wearing a pink dress, and she has big tears rolling down her cheeks. She is looking at the ground, holding a small purple shoe in her hand. She looks completely lost and frightened. Oliver walks over to the bench slowly. He does not want to scare the little girl. He kneels down on the grass so he is at her eye level. He speaks in a very soft, gentle, and reassuring voice. Oliver says gently,
Hello there. My name is Oliver. Why are you crying? Can I help you?
The little girl wipes her eyes with her small hands. She looks at Oliver's kind face and stops crying.
I cannot find my mommy. We were playing near the big slide, and I stopped to fix my shoe. When I looked up, my mommy was gone. I don't know where to go.
Oliver nods his head with deep understanding.
Do not worry, little friend. You are safe. I will help you find your mommy. We can look for her together. What is your name?
My name is Lily.
Oliver says, standing up.
Okay, Lily. Let's put your purple shoe back on your foot.
Oliver helps her tie her shoelaces securely. Then, he holds her small hand gently.
Let's walk back toward the big slide. I am sure your mommy is looking for you too.
Oliver and Lily walk hand in hand through the park. Oliver keeps his eyes wide open, looking for an anxious adult. After walking for just 3 minutes, Oliver hears a loud, terrified voice calling out.
Lily. Lily. Where are you?
A young woman with blonde hair is running through the grass, looking around frantically. Her face is pale with worry. Lily lets go of Oliver's hand and shouts happily.
Mommy! Mommy!
The woman turns around and sees Lily. She lets out a loud gasp, runs across the field, and drops to her knees to hug Lily tightly. She holds her daughter closely, kissing her hair.
Oh, Lily. I was so scared. Thank goodness you are okay.
The mother stands up and looks at Oliver. Tears of relief are in her eyes.
Thank you so much, sir. I turned my back for one single header second to answer my phone, and she was gone. Thank you for taking care of her and bringing her back to me.
Oliver smiles softly, feeling a wave of deep emotion.
You are very welcome. I am just happy that Lily is safe. Have a wonderful day in the park.
As Oliver walks away from the playground, the warm feeling in his chest grows even bigger. He helped a worried old man, and he saved a lost little girl. He realizes that helping others is a massive privilege. It is a beautiful gift. It is now 6 o'clock in the evening. The sun is setting behind the distant hills, painting the sky in soft shades of pink, gold, and orange. Oliver is sitting on his front porch chair again, just like he was 9 hours ago. His muscles are a little bit sore from washing the car and carrying the heavy boxes. He is tired, but as he looks at the beautiful sunset, his soul is overflowing with a deep, unshakable peace and absolute happiness. He reflects on his day. He did not study his textbooks. He did not play his computer games. He did not spend any money. But he helped an old man find relief. He helped a lost child find safety. And he helped a stressed worker find hope. He realizes that the sentence he read in the book was completely true. By focusing on the needs of other people, he found the truest, purest form of happiness for himself. He learned that we are all connected in this world. When we extend our hand to lift someone else up, we lift ourselves up too. He smiles into the evening air, knowing that from this day forward, his life will always be about helping others, one small act of kindness at a time. Now, my beautiful friend, it is time for our repeat after me speaking practice. This is the moment where we build your mouth muscles, your pronunciation, and your real-world confidence. Speaking out loud trains your brain to speak English naturally and easily, without fear. I will say a simple, strong sentence about helping others and kindness. I will pause, and you must repeat the sentence out loud in a clear, calm, and confident voice. Let's practice together. I want to help someone today. Kindness makes the world a better place. Let me help you carry that box. A small smile can change a day. The old green car looks beautiful. I am safe and happy here. Teamwork makes the work very easy. Thank you for your kind heart. I feel a deep peace inside. We are all connected together. I can speak English with confidence. Every small act of kindness matters. I am proud of my progress. Helping others brings true joy. Now, my friend, I am going to tell a short part of Oliver's story again. This time, I will speak at a natural, slightly conversational speed. Do not get nervous if you miss a few individual words. Just relax your ears, stay calm, and focus on the natural rhythm and melody of the conversational English sentences. Oliver was an energetic 22-year-old student who decided to dedicate his entire Saturday to helping people in his community after reading that true happiness comes from assisting others. He began his day by washing an old green car for his elderly neighbor, Mr. Thomas, who was suffering from severe back pain and struggling in the hot sun. Afterwards, while walking through the local park, Oliver comforted a terrified 6-year-old girl named Lily who had lost her mother near the playground, safely guiding her back to her frantic mom. Finally, he assisted a stressed delivery driver named Maria by teaming up with her to carry 12 incredibly heavy cardboard boxes up a steep hill to complete her delivery schedule. Although Oliver ended his day physically exhausted and covered in sweat, sitting on his porch at sunset brought him a profound sense of inner peace, proving to him that lifting others up is the ultimate way to find true joy in life. You did an absolutely magnificent job today. I am so incredibly happy and deeply proud that you stayed, listened to the story, and practiced your pronunciation with me until the very end of this entire lesson. You are showing true dedication and a beautiful mindset. Learning to speak English is a lot like Oliver's day of helping others. Sometimes, the path feels a bit long, and you might feel tired from practicing grammar or trying to remember vocabulary. But remember, the goal of language is connection. You are learning English so you can understand someone else, share your ideas, and offer a helping hand to a global community. By watching this video today, by listening carefully to my voice, and by repeating these sentences out loud, you are building a beautiful tool to bring kindness and connection to the world. Trust the process, my friend. Be proud of your efforts today, because every word you learn brings you closer to your dreams. You are doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much for spending this peaceful, relaxing, and motivating time with me, David, here on Speak Easy English with David. If Oliver's story brought comfort to your heart and helped you practice your English today, please click that like button right now. Your likes are incredibly important and powerful because they tell the YouTube algorithm to share this slow, easy lesson with thousands of other wonderful, hardworking students across the world who want to learn English calmly and without anxiety. Remember to share this video with a friend, a classmate, or a family member who needs a little spark of inspiration this week. And if you want to keep growing your vocabulary, improving your listening comprehension, and building your real-world speaking confidence with me every single week, please hit that subscribe button and click the little notification bell so you never miss a new lesson. Now, I have a special question for you to practice your English writing in the comments section below. How did you help someone recently? Or how did someone help you? Or, if you want to show your absolute commitment to kindness in your language journey today, simply write the phrase, "I will help others." I read every single comment personally, and it brings me so much joy to read your inspiring and beautiful words. Keep practicing, stay calm, and always remember that a kind heart creates a beautiful life. I will see you in our very next lesson. Bye-bye.